はい、皆さん、こんにちは。今日の勉強のポイントは、indicating a purpose の文法について勉強します。はい、indicating a purpose は、皆さん、前に、のためにという文法を勉強しましたね。今日はそのエクステンションをします。はい、では、there are different ways of indicating a purpose in a sentence, and I'm demonstrating here two that you have definitely seen before, two that's sort of new. はい。The first two, okay? 引っ越すためにトラックを借りました。Okay, I borrowed a truck in order to move, okay, to help me move. The second one, you've seen that before as well. 映画を見に行きましょう。Okay, let's go watch a movie. Okay, so it indicates the purpose of the motion which is going. So the purpose of you going somewhere is to watch a movie. Now, what we're looking at today that's new to you is the next two. パソコンは勉強するのに必要だ。Okay? PC are important, they are necessary for studies. Now the noni in this case is pretty much the same as tameni. In fact, tameni and noni are interchangeable. It's just a different ways of saying it. Now the last one is a bit tricky, that's our focus today. You can find the same information in your course book, 260 page. Okay, 260 page. It has a bit more explanation, but hopefully after this video, you'll find explanation a lot more easier to understand. So, よく聞こえるように前の方に座りましょう。Okay? So that we are able to, so that we can hear properly or hear better, let's sit towards the front. Okay, so the yoni is a way of indicating a purpose, but that purpose is usually related to some sort of ideal situation or desirable situation. So let's look at the 4 different ways of indicating purposes in more detail. Some are a bit of a recap, some are new. So what's the difference now? Firstly, tameni is very versatile. You can use it to indicate a purpose, okay, translate roughly to in order to do something. 海外旅行をするために貯金をしている。海外旅行をするために貯金をしている。So what are you doing? That's right, you are saving money in order to travel overseas. Now, another way of using tameni, and this is often used when there is a noun in front of it, something not tameni. Okay, now it's indicating the purpose or the people that this action has benefit to, and roughly translated to the phrase for the sake of. Okay, example here. 両親は子供のために働いている。両親は子供のために働いている。So what are the parents doing? They are working for the children. Okay, they're working for the benefit of the children. Okay. All right. Now, another way of using tameni, which I'm not sure whether you discussed it last time you learned about it, is tameni can also be used as a way of saying kara and node. Now, often when we say kara node, the ni is dropped off, but it's not absolutely necessary. Let's look at example here. 台風が来たため、学校は休みだ。台風が来たため、学校は休みだ。Because the typhoon has come, like a typhoon has come, the school is off. Okay, so these are the 3 reasons that we're using tameni. Okay, now let's look at the other way of indicating purposes or the aim of doing something. Now, this is something you've done before. This structure needs to be used with a motion word or a moving word, an acting word like ikimasu and kimasu, kaerimasu. It has to be a verb that relates to some sort of motion or traveling. Okay? So, 昼ご飯を食べに行こう。ちょっと買い物をしに行ってくる。Okay, so the first one, what do you think that's saying? 昼ご飯を食べに行こう。That's right, let's go get some lunch. How about the second one? あ、ちょっと買い物をしに行ってくる。行ってくる。That's right, you're going to go and come back very soon. But why are you going away? You're just going to go and do a bit of shopping, okay, and come back very quickly after that. So for this grammar structure, you will notice that the purpose that goes in front of ni is the verb stem. So 食べに行こう。しに行ってくる。Okay. Now, here's something new for you. This is the same usage as ために. Okay. In fact, they are interchangeable. Okay. So let's look at the second second example that's on the slide. スマートフォンは音楽を聴くのに便利だ。This is the same thing as saying スマートフォンは音楽を聴くために便利だ。That's right. Smartphones are really convenient for listening to music. However, though, if you're not using a verb in front of the in the purpose clause, you have a noun instead. You can just drop the not completely. And let's demonstrate it in the first example. 日本語の勉強に辞書が必要だ。必要 means necessary. So what do you think is necessary? For what? That's right. Dictionaries are necessary for your study in Japanese. Okay. Now this noni structure, okay, is not in your HSC prescribed list of grammar structure because they feel that you might get this confused with the other use of noni, which is despite of. Okay, even though. So, however, I am providing this for those people who would like to know extra about this. Now let's continue to our actual focus. The next grammar structure is in fact one of a prescribed grammar point, and it is yo ni. Okay, yo ni. Now yo ni is a little bit like tameni, but it is used when the purpose clause indicates something that you wish would happen. Okay, something that you desire to happen, something that is ideal to you. Okay, so it's used for ideal situations or desirable situations. And there are three ways of using it, okay, and they're highlighted in black, but I will go through them one by one. Now, in terms of the grammar constructions using your ni, there is a bit of restriction as to what verb you can use with what, and also with what word, with a certain verb, you have to do something to it. Okay, we'll find out as we go. Now, the first two examples, okay, 犬が入らないようにドアを閉めなさい。Please shut the door so that the dogs can't come in. So by saying yo ni, you are literally saying that, oh, you actually don't want the dogs to come in. That's what you hope, what you wish for. Okay. And the second example, 試験に落ちないように勉強した. Okay, what's a desirable situation? That's right, not fail the exam. So I studied so that I don't fail the exam. So in this case, when you notice that with any verb that you're using here, when you put it into a negative form plus yo ni, you are saying you're saying that so that something doesn't happen. Okay? So 犬が入らないようにドアを閉めなさい so that the dogs don't come in, so that I don't fail the exam. Okay? Also so that I don't get tired. Okay? 疲れないように今日早く寝ると思います. Okay, so negative form of any verb can be used with your ni to indicate that so that something doesn't happen. Now, however, though, not all verbs can be used in the affirmative form. Let's look at the ones in red. 雨が降るように祈っている. 祈っている means I'm praying. Okay. I'm praying that it's going to rain. I hope that it will rain. I'm praying that it will rain. The second example. 電車に間に合うように早く家を出た. Okay, I left home early, okay, so that I can catch the train in time. Okay, so I'll make it to the train. Now, for verbs to stay in affirmative form, okay, like furu, au, naru, okay, the verb has to be an intransitive verb, which means you can't have an object marker in front of it. So you can't say ハンバーガーをたくさん食べるように. Okay, you can't say that. However, there is a way of saying something similar to that, which is our next one. Okay, so with intransitive verbs like furu, au, naru, and hairu, and also things like kawaru, okay, to change, versus kaeru, which is the transitive version of change. Okay, so intransitive verbs, you can have them in affirmative form and just go yo ni. Now, in your textbook, when you read the explanation, they would describe intransitive and transitive verb as dynamic and intransitive verbs as non-dynamic. Okay, they just use a different terminology, but that's what they mean. Okay, so basically, if you use the verb as it is in a dictionary form, it has to be an intransitive verb, which means no object marker is required. Okay, it's in you can't use a sentence that requires an object marker. All right, I hope that's clear. Let's move on to the last two though. Okay, the one in yellow. What happens if you really want to use the verb that's transitive verbs like kakimasu, hanashimasu, okay, tabemasu, etc., shimasu, for example. Then what you have to do is you have to change the transitive verb into their potential form first, and then plus yo ni. So the first example in yellow, let's have a look. 漢字がきれいに書けるように毎日練習している。漢字がきれいに書けるように毎日練習している。So you're practicing every day so that you are able to write kanji beautifully. How about the second example? 日本語が話せるようになりたいです。日本語が話せるようになりたいです。So you want to become a certain desirable situation. And what's that situation? That is being able to speak Japanese. So you want to be able to speak Japanese. Okay? To say that in Japanese, you have to use the yoni structure. 日本語が話せるようになりたいです。Okay, so that's it for today. So if you really want to know what yoni translates to, the rough translation will be something like so that. Okay, so that. All right. So now you've done, please move on to the next exercise to practice your understanding of yoni. はい、じゃあ皆さんさようなら。